I'm here with Jake Scott again, who fights Micah Haas at WXC 100 April 11th at the Dort Financial Center. The Super Jew is coming. You know what? I feel like just on the slight chance your nickname is no longer the Super Jew, to keep it respectful, I'll just continue to call you Micah. Apologies if I got it wrong. But anyways, so you've had a little bit of a layoff from the WXC cage, a little bit under a year. What's that experience been like for you?
It's been good. It's been a real good experience. I take all my losses like it's a chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the experience to go out of state for my first pro fight. I did take the L. No excuses. I lost the fight fair and square, but coming back to my hometown in Flint, Michigan, defending my belt, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, exactly. Defending as one of our champions, we love having returning fighters, and especially someone who's had such a great career under the WXC banner as yours. What do you mentioned that it felt like a massive weight coming off your shoulders having had that loss. What do you think it did mentally for you throughout this time, this process of getting better and like training?
I mean, it mentally released me, man. Carrying that like I said, it's just like it's a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's almost like that's all you think about is protecting that record, and not even really focusing, not so much focusing on the fight, but just focusing on that record. You know what I'm saying? So now this time around, this fight camp has just been grinding, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears with my teammates over at Mercy and Maverick MMA. So there hasn't been that stress. It's just been dog work in the gym, just wars, and that's all we're thinking about is going in there and scrapping. So
And that's beautiful. Anyone who's ever seen you fight knows that you're a dog. It would be fitting for you to be facing off against another dog and an undefeated prospect as well, Micah. So, given that you've learned and you've gained some sort of clarity as well through that experience, you have a lot of guys underneath you who look up to you and admire you. What do you think they see when they see you come back from adversity like that? And what type of message do you think that sends? Because you're able to bounce back and also just challenge yourself, not take a cupcake matchup like some people would do after facing a loss.
right, yeah, yeah. You always got to take hard matchups, especially with my record. You know what I'm saying? There's no more easy matchups, so there's no more picking fights and stuff like that. So you got to take hard fights. And I would tell like because I teach MMA's on or Friday MMA class, and I always tell the kids I'm like just keep training hard, trust the process, and just be free in the gym. When you're in the gym, you're thinking about training and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And hard work does pay off. You're gonna have to work a full-time job as an amateur. You're going to have to do the two-a-days. You're going to have sleepless nights. But, I always tell the kids and, some of the adults in my class, like, all that hard work will eventually pay off. So.
100%, 100%. It's inspiring too, seeing a lot of these guys face adversity, especially you and bouncing back. We appreciate the opportunity of you fighting underneath us. We know you have other options. We know you do other stuff. So it's great to have you here fighting, defending your title as well. What can you expect from Micah and his style? What have you seen?
Um, I watched a couple of his fights. He's mostly a striker. I haven't really seen much on the ground, but we're prepared for everything. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing 5-round cage rounds at Maverick MMA. We've been doing fight simulations twice a week. So we're ready for a 5-round scrap, no matter what. Whether he wants to grapple, whether he wants to strike and put the pressure on me. But all I know is in all my fights, I'm the one who pushes the pace. I'm the one who puts the pressure on the other guy. So we're ready for everything.
Yeah, it's almost showtime, pun intended. In terms of other talent on this card, you've got Jerry, you've got Dylan, you've got Danny who trains at Black Lion, who also comes with you at Mercy. What does it mean having this much talent that you're associated with on the card? Does it add any more like motivation behind you, or is it just like we do this because we're always known to like have capable athletes, and so this is just expected?
I mean, it's both. It's motivation and it's expected. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nice to have all your teammates on the same card. It makes fight camp easier. You're all going through the same shit. You're going through the weight cut. You're going through the hard rounds, the fight simulation. So, yeah, it's dope, and it's dope that we're all having high level fights. There's no easy fights with any of my teammates, including myself. So it's
Yeah.
always dope having the team with you on the card.
Mike would lose his mind if he gave anyone an easy fight. And speaking about
Oh
weight
yeah, Mike
cuts,
don't give nobody no easy fights. Like that's one thing with Mike I respect. Like he puts a stacked card every single time.
every time. And you mentioned about going through the weight cuts. What is your meal after a weight cut?
Meal after the weight cut is gonna be probably something light, like a tortilla roll with some rice, honey chicken, obviously electrolytes with water, but we're just keeping it simple, getting the weight back on. But after the fight is a totally different scenario.
Okay. And what's that scenario?
Um, we'll keep it private. We'll keep it private. we don't get the weight too high because we're always ready to go to war after the fights. So, and I'm waiting for that call after this fight too. So we're gonna keep it nice and light.
That's a beautiful thing, staying ready. Because we know you're on the bigger things. We know that always, whenever you're an athlete or a person who has aspirations to do anything in life, we always go at it with the intent to be the best, to succeed, to continue to push forward. So we expect nothing but your ambition to want to seek out better opportunities and different opportunities rather than better opportunities, and oftentimes fight for what you've been asking for your entire career, which is amazing. We would appreciate you to continue going and being successful. So it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
What message do you have to your fans, brands, anyone who's helping promote you, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, everybody. My mom, my dad, my sister, my whole family that just helps me and, puts up with all my bullshit during fight camps. Like, you know how it is. Um, all my sponsors, I can't even name them all. Hamlin Pub after party, in Davison after. Thank you again for all the support. But yeah, just, everybody that's helped me out through this long, long 10-week fight camp. I really do appreciate it.
Wow, it's been a minute. Wow, 10 weeks. Okay, excellent. And what message do you have to your opponent?
All I got to say is I'm ready to rock and roll April 11th, so you better be ready.
Great. And then how do you see that fight playing out if you care to tell us?
I'm always going for the finish. I'm ready for a knockout. That's what the people want to see. That's what the UFC wants. So I'm never going into a fight looking for a decision. I'm looking for a finish.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for your time, dog. This was the second time because I messed up the audio. WXC 100 with Jake Scott fighting and defending his flyweight title against Micah Haas. Do not miss this one. This is going to be a marquee matchup that you are going to enjoy no matter what. Thank you guys so much.